be 4 off hours in China.
4 off hours China. It's 4 off hours China. I just put it in your computer.
Thanks.
Okay.
First off, it's politics. Obama is spending his political capital on TPA right now. Will pass political to Canada. The president makes strong favor of trade agreement. He will do a lot of private arms to see the pass to conventional approval on trade legislative agreement, putting pressure on him to bring it on to a vote. Lobbying would cancel legislation over the fixed line. Any change in the bargain trade, massive amount of political capital declared as well. He given right to blood remains elemented and group of the augmented true to be independent to change on willing to take should take on the day significant for that pressure. To make it reciprocate change after change unilateral action units. Policies all that needs to be for come now. Obama to focus in capital or key failure to crush the economy, McCarthy economy to fail to set back when you international reading history will be a mistake, especially on the economic struggle to create control against the child of the president and his campaign so to persistent focus leadership on to persuade the government to TTP the agreement will lower barriers and quantity for more than 60% of the global economy. 1970 after like high profile what many seals still wanting to be clear about the kind of TPP and make a strong case for not trade economic violation, miscalculation and crisis escalation. Harrison Burroughs 2009 potential for greater conflict could have a volatile economic environment could become radical conflict could lead to escalation. Showing warning apparently focus on preemptive to lead to escalated crisis conflict over recently reimbursed research to new castle practice perception could result in state conflict build regional capability to capitalist cooperation likely increasing the next on top daily interpretation economic gain but establish broad economic context drastically no one engagement is captive politically around states from concentrated movement for motion from the aid loans and grants. Now it can't be just one exporter. Davidson 03 individual measure member states could not consider economic takes and reject the team they provide stable limits over Africa because there are infinite number of exports that can be allowed as well one except on by preparation which kills class and confident advocacy go next on counter plan text the United States government should cooperate with China to scavenge air pollution through spraying water into the atmosphere like watering garden capitalists on pollution. UN13 G engineer for mitigating haze and China by using water to scavenge air pollution, spraying water into the atmosphere approach can reduce pollution. Efficiently on nature-led processes quick speed action technological feasibility efficacy low cost making excellent approach to environmental seafood out. Now next off critique Cuban and civil societies anti-black Helen and love and mystics and begin to establish ideology and tribute to actual Cuban while meeting what control Cuban nationalism how reflects to be grateful for the evolution of civilization could not be talked about association or most social discipline into the myth of racial equality to help Afro-Cubans to check race and needs to be explored characters of the further rhetorical science of whiteness allows it to continue Dr. Crenshaw 97 ideology white privilege offers to rhetorical science surrounding whiteness and key political rule reflecting white privilege science the act and not passive the abstinence because signify the existence silence signify it is a natural constitution symbolize a hierarchical structure. Now racism must be rejected. Many desire to struggle against racism to be undertaken without concession to accept and racism university to endorse it feeling justice violence can have on a world level legislating on racism because racism signify the exclusion of refusal racism is the condition for all morality the principle is 97 only become violence and structure can be our law. The alternative is ultimately paradigmatic analysis world and take out full paradigmatic analysis moving dedicated to exist over the comfort do so our willing to hold them on the field fire political agenda we are a lot of energy to dispute by our onto pragmatic consideration we advocate power most about question great power all now go on to alloys nickels cannot be made into superman to evidence it's like preliminary research by Laura Lewis our evidence postings are course Lewis and says nickels cannot be done Nelson 117 they're after opposite demand for magnet the force opportunity scientists 20 millions of magnets that use the reverse on a great idea of being discovered mostly trying to find iron coal and nickel hasn't worked oh my god but very small Lewis said when you about that we should keep up pretty won't be any testing or stockpile powder in Chicago 08 and now seeing the intelligent process to make pretty sense but like the trend of years of projections guy except space and clear expects by the idea will see by it will see a motion new wave for free shift the natural career focus where the deterrent fail as asymmetries of interest specific no three station all to something no the one time in the national tomorrow import costs also no example we just stay attack there's no other object factor we can play often we decide hoping political victory just me same to ancient for substitute in favor of the inherent advantage British ship filming enough you want to especially to one empty, all of cheating equal, and lifting embargo, cause of perception of weakness, Latin American bad, actually, China versus Cuba, Latin, aggressive Cuban, like approaching on that, the embargo, waves, when fight, the line, dictator, fortress, Cuba, like, off the line, abandoned to Bolton, coming to China, public Cuba, serious managed US interest, Latin American, China, Russia, amount of hundreds, Cuba, Cuban, Virginia, social, alliance caused nuclear biological war and end of capitalism, could say, send a nuclear biological war, terror, communism, China brings community to destructive capitalism, the Soviet war, flying Cuba to impose violence in the region. China revealed the ultimate energy defense policy Soviet Union communism to continue leaders must teach China Russia seriously prepared for attack. China Russia combined could defeat the United States desires to capture with America to going to pay this is combined troops as the end of provide cooperation. Now Obama weakness comes global conflict goes into London. Obama weakness have information for what fixing India China the help to get fragile nuclear weapons to combat Indian natural resources slowly appropriate land actually like the radical adopting the start of war in India due to the nuclear weapon the single place due to US or weak US reference to Obama could develop black only then Democratic by accident Latin America cause regional proliferation nuclear conflict chose in 2000 Democratic not have to go to pertaining to large decision for the sake of nuclear and military application for the nuclear program to solve political future officials produce rubber future Democratic spin around my company leads a rival with the coalition and how is your going to China. We will concede that they collapse all of China's manufactured by the nickel industry. China manufactures due to their economy more and 13 how can China ensure capable vaccinating the challenge authority every day internal fact must becomes China's new agenda. Respond to China knives manufactured country that is generally innovative factory given the China market to manufacturers like China counting 98% of global manufacturing country economic cannot policy drive goods manufacturers only by British constructor manufacture world country we develop subject China's economic rise and prevent CCP instability last year decline troops global economy US primacy and China relations by on debate danger to use China relation American private purchase money until China's system went from millions on unemployment down 16 and political conflict dangers on anti-foreign fields that believe authorities instability could lead to vicious cycle from the China's leading clean tech development now zero some key Chinese growth to the CP so ability soft power and warming over Macron 13 China pollution and the country international reputation China what biggest spending green energy is clean technology and new conventional flows to China bringing domestic and income markets all players are going to China China's close to the most rapidly developed country in green energy political to companies that need a uniform social equation because happens to be one of the clean tech will enable the country to transfer into common clean tech shape China to becoming a global leader. That manufacturing scheme that have collapses that China 13 China's leader in development of renewable energy Chinese company has been the leader of manufacturing sectors company that take advantage of massive manufacturing capability to proliferate emerging solar markets solar product manufacturing part of which allowing for the country now warming causes extinction so it had to invest for the global warming which 4 degrees Celsius over pre-industrial level affects climate change or like gas security climate change automating climate change posing accidental threats to civilization. There's no precedent that China has taken active measures to reduce pollution. 13 China's capital outlet mentioned and improving pollution 20 emission which are heavily polluting China Ireland still would have complied spent so emission limit new mentioned announced to enhance control of PM energy temperature allowing include emergency response projects but primarily the evaluation local government could have a capital sheet but then dealing pollution now stated by the state council proved that 13 China capital announced plans to make an industry pillar for economy and environment protection industry would have never received funding for government state innovation now to worry and solar pollution indication of protection is a priority planning to population to pilot financing and mechanisms that would reflect the private enabling environment support for markets now no military conflict between China and Japan Vantage Club 14 there's no military conflict between China and Japan nor really is right now there's only more meaningful resolutions Japan is working hard to manage trade relations such as a breakthrough might be possible at the end of the day is destroyed by cooperation follows question I'm optimistic China Japan can avoid conflict now no sign of Russia war this is deep Brown on 2-2 there's a new step of bilateral intensity extended interaction with the 4-1 the JS gave a broad bilateral relationship to a new height they explain mutual support the forging closer to high level relations of the important guarantee of world peace and stability China and Russia work together Syria Iran now no CCP last year Gillian no further risk of making too high attack US although might not march Beijing outside the CCP if there were further backlash at home and military conflict guard against the use of nuclear weapons that are gaining even minerals more now they're often evidence out of context of affirmatives talking about water use regulations stopping nuclear manufacturers and style water use and the problem as a whole.
Environmental resource defense?
Can you get that? Sort of put it in here so.
Analytics.
Resource war will not do a global conflict. Resource will lead to conflict sharing, as in past treaties where water sharing agreements were signed and empirical data go negative.
Status the counterplan on the KL?
Spanish was always a logical option.
Does that mean the judge can kick?
No.
Judge cannot kick. Net benefits to the counterplan.
The politics just
Do you have any evidence that cooperating with China is
case
popular?
terms.
Do you have any evidence that cooperating with China is popular?
No, but it's not.
Awesome. Let's talk about the politics instead. Your uniquest evidence says Obama has to persuade Democrats. Your link evidence is about how the GOP hates the plan.
He has to persuade Democrats, Republicans to like see it. It says
What does it say
he uses
that?
arm twisting possibilities to change these lobbies.
Can you show me where in this Unicus code it says the word Republicans don't like TPA? Anywhere. Or actually the word Republican.
I can't point to you right now because I
I
have
agree.
the cards.
The link evidence talks about
that
two guys. Do you have any evidence that those two guys that your link talks about are Canadian?
It's not even talk about Rio and Mendez, it's talk about the Cuban American bloc in general.
Do you have any evidence that Cuban American bloc is?
We would say that Obama, focusing on the Cuban American bloc, would drain his political capital.
You have
to
no
Canadian
evidence. You
lawmakers.
have no evidence that he would actually do that.
Yeah, he would do it. He would do it.
T argument, the Resnick violation. How are we not trade promotion or trade agreements?
We would say our Davidson evidence contextualized trade agreements, trade promotion as.
Do you have any evidence the plan would not be that?
We say that it can't be one export. The plan is
asserting that. Oh, let's talk about that one export violation. It says that sanctions for individualized goods are not economic sanctions.
Yeah.
What if it says we're not economic engagement?
It says economic sanctions. We can define economic sanctions as part of economic engagement. The rest
Pretty sure sanctions are not. Pretty sure sanctions are the exact opposite of engagement.
The rest of the evidence contextualizes that
China manufacturing.
economic engagement.
The China manufacturing dissent on the China Advantage. It says, quote unquote, the country's economic transformation cannot succeed unless it upgrades its manufacturing sector. Do you have any evidence they're upgrading their manufacturing
Yes, that's
sector?
the next card following that they're developing clean technology, that they're upgrading to high tech.
So in order to win your first DA, you have to win your second DA?
No, not really. The Chinese manufacturing.
Okay, then I ask my question again. What evidence says
You
they're
need a
upgrading?
manufacturing.
Derek, if you don't have a manufacturing, you can't upgrade.
Yeah, but this card is making the claim that the manufacturing base is going to collapse now.
No, it's not. It's saying that if you don't have a manufacturing, you cannot upgrade your manufacturing. China needs to do that.
Okay, do you have any evidence that they're going to upgrade it?
Yes, they're going to upgrade.
Show me a line that says they're going to upgrade it.
China's pollution has been the blood of international reputation. China is emerging as the world's biggest spender on green energy.
Do you have any evidence that green energy is the overall most important part of the manufacturing
That's
sector?
second dissent. Like, that's the
Okay, let's talk about that DA. Can you show me one line that says you solve warming?
Yeah. Clean technology will solve warming.
What's the
Wait,
number?
wait. China has low choice, political dissent. Clean tech can shift China to becoming a global leader. The Macron 13 card
It says it can become a global leader
Yes,
in
to solve
innovative
climate
technologies.
change. Exactly.
You have just added the
Solve
phrase
it.
for climate change.
No,
You do
it
not
says
have an
climate
internal
change.
link to this argument.
Well, clean technology is it solves for warming.
Can you
if you make that like if you contest that into
Do you have any evidence that
much more evidence.
Do you actually have evidence that clean technology
Yes.
solves warming? Where?
Yes, the 2NC and also our
Oh, in
Macron
the
13
20.
card.
Awesome. Your evidence?
Intuitive argument. Clean technology stops emissions.
Yeah, if everyone
Dude,
adopted it.
the Basel impact card also says that
Okay,
we
we'll
have to
take prep.
reduce emissions,
Starting
clean
it.
technology would do.
I don't know where it is.
Okay, go to impact statement. Yeah, I know. This card says China's. Also, I know which one. So I'll let you grab that. Against this theory, you should say in the short term that pollution is causing warming. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic. Yes, that's so.
y'all read the pull-up impact on the credibility DA?
Yep.
Okay, stop prep. 723. That's not it.
No.
Here? Okay. It's not. There's just a heading.
Like, it's just case conditional.
Okay, so the order will be the Allies advantage, the China advantage. Hold on, let me make sure that's right. Yep, okay, so Allies advantage, China advantage, topicality, the critique, then the counterplan, then the dissent. That's fine.
A is after counterplan, right?
No, before.
Okay. Alright, when are we good?
Nickel could be making supermagic spacing evidence as the can REMs are running out from China, which is the SLR evidence. There are literally no alternatives besides nickel. Our evidence post states there will be nickel made into reactors. This argument, first of all, there will be the nuclear chain reaction argument doesn't apply because our argument's not about nuclear testing. It's simply about being perceived as and not being credible deterrence doesn't fail. The current evidence fantastic. The question says that countries are looking towards the United States, making sure we have a strong nuclear arsenal. Where we don't, they will lash out and use their nuclear weapons because they'll try or die attitude. Now, group the credibility DA. No political text. North Korea and Iran won't solve technical difficulty checking up nuclear ball cells call. 13 prediction of political historically proven pulse nuclear share with common proliferation reactor proliferation of the countries on the origins will technology we are credible the majority of reverse forcing out delta instances prolific been so rare because insecure reputational damage that can cause that way benefit degree of increase over time counter current destroyer but the white of nuclear no effective to produce new programs in abandoned these nuclear programs is a growing industry project declines in NPT proliferation seemingly rare the average time to 17 years rollers taking reverse approach on nuclear project cutting autonomy mark the card autonomy no link plan and the embargo only increased engagement over nickel their link card says lifting the entire embargo would end credibility no capable to export violent revolution revenues will find internal economic growth GPO in any geoscience operations will apply to heavily export its revolution since the collapse of the Soviet Union person and Cuba's financial support for American guerrilla movements of current economic challenges and revenue gain from economic engagement with the U.S. likely use international affairs on international activists no impact no U.S. special work band no time mask proposal no Latin America since China power with weakened military and training population and there will be no tide over 13 of them totally more or less with laugh and world until the being tide would engage radical opening now Chavez said there's not enough left to magnet limit to place was possible nobody follows technology and economic backing loosening the embargo makes the U.S. diplomacy more effective and restores credibility Dickerson intent loosening embargo would also be many flip the Cuban recognition to credibility to solve other problems that Cuba would understand from here talking about Rogue Nation under North Korea rights to flight to Cuba the U.S. can lead to a game numbers it's just coming out the China advantage China yeah
Indo-Pac war escalations empirically denied.
Oh, Indo-Pac war escalations empirically denied the plan to check the impacts. Now China econ or the China advantage. Group the China econ DA 1AC economy man bill evidence pollution causes disparate groups of coalesce against governments causes CCP and spilling China's foundation of legitimacy non-unique China econ low CAC 120 China economy goals since 99 most economists collect growth still in 2014 China today and less reliant investment financial activists in China will grow 7.4% flows since 1990 kind of boom greenhouse steel balances look they say the current account surplus moments is tolling the infrastructure investment coming in weakening real life state and infrastructure concern over rising 19 million China times higher than official figures near now 100% risk of environmental problems causing instability because it's occurring in the status quo only a risk economic decline isn't this bad and comparative evidence proves the environment is a far greater threat CCP, the economic decline, Vandercliff, and 39 economic growth has been dissolved. One parties have been out pollution, become refined, 100,000 protests around China, and social media supposed to make social and political along those benefited, among those who benefited from the middle class, big challenge for the party, economic, political equality, all life, and the only talk to the reported lifting 30 Reporters reported substantial decrease in access to China's welfare while but heavier hearts because wealth has spoiled the country, putting health at risk of impacts of Paraguay, Bochel scandal, and corruption to trigger the Lincoln export driven model is unsustainable. Not only Chinese manufacturing plan now caused a transition that south to bigger collapse later. PSI 13 times voting, which is back now when what the country needs, the country is unsustainable. A export massive investment in the led over China's sky leaders need to move the economy towards services, not just what the country controls zero political welfare could be. Cathartic and translated when they bring about investment crisis, no impact, uniqueness, and attempted regulations will destroy the Chinese economy because of sector inefficiencies, decrease in profit for companies that's hosted pollution, or that's fine now. The China clean tech. This data, China's key to warming, then we obviously solve it. No warming impact, not real predictions. Fail, and CO2 is not key in all causes. Lean. And 13 reasons for climate change might not be catastrophic prediction. This is how the climate is complex to be only partially understandable. Will be centuries before it become clear temperature. Slowly even suspicion decrease warming rates. The anomalous carbon dioxide may be less potent governments cut emissions of the war. China clean tech failed mills. In total, China's clean energy debt is coming bogged down compared to the U.S. is fast and energy revolution that creates advantage for America's manufacturing by China's renewable energy deficit failed. The most of getting from China's additional to global contribution. The renewables contracted. The hydroelectric peaks sentiments believe wind and solar. In addition to disadvantages, the high cost and ability to guarantee base level exports to be paid independent imports. Will agree with how the public concerns about that card at public concerns now. They say now they say China's reducing pollution. This card's only about air pollution. All of our internal links about water and land pollution. They say China manufacturing is going to a clean base. First of all, it's an half argument because these regulations are unsustainable and fail. That will negatively collapse China's economy. Only assets away from that. Second is it's just propaganda. None other evidence that the Chinese people are going to actually do this in the government. It's simply just citing a government official who is citing rhetoric to get people on board. There's an internal link to Japanese war with Japanese nationalism. Test and evidence concludes that it will cause China to lash out and break all relations that are in the status quo. Which answers the next argument is also saying there will be sign of Russian war. This doesn't assume when China annexes the border because they simply do not have enough food to feed their populations. They will go into the northern region of Russia. There will be a lash out against Chinese people in a world of internal instability and repercussions. He says the warlords will steal nuclear weapons against their people. Hostage isn't out of context. It simply is internal link to the manufacturing sector, which says that water pollution will lead to the problems, etc. They have the resources is that's even if it's empirically denied that resource conflict has led to the resource conflict hasn't happened. It doesn't matter because cooperation will never happen in a world where China literally lashes out and their government collapses. Now, T. We make plans engagement, Lunar historical and accurate plans we consider country running, make sort of thing partner engagement, academic engagement, countertation, academic engagement is trade agreements, lifting sanctions, pardons, engagement, such as possible foreign politicians, separately trade agreements, lift safe, most potential and engagement efforts, and their interpretation is bad. The definition doesn't support the need to define academic engagement on diplomacy. It forces the act to spend many products and they'll always lose to a pick or lifting the embargo isn't topical because part of it have already been lifted. The only commercial action is super arbitrary and over limits. Mexico and Venezuela have no energy or oil as topical. They're both single products, reasonably first, committing patients, creates a race of arbitrarily exclusive. Now the it's impossible standard to include every FYI about our protection. The one you see, hello, the speech is 8 minutes wordy, and do have no problem with missing level of smart for any textual previous exist in the things that hardly mentioned expulsion never seems too proactive to the fact of no text line, all plus what about the background previous failures to be read as perhaps this read as one version never showed that should be told many other ways. Kirk on the memory card says vote against every incident of racism, pretty sure the coups don't want to double loss. They said the politics is that, and they said we should cooperate with China. Vote out from presumption. They go for this because it makes it possible to be affirmative. We can impact the politics to have probably be racist framework, something like reacting to the plan, way consequences can see all, and negotiate to make it to be valuable players experience scenario in relation to the interaction with the controls find their own voice playing to waste their support become a response to permutation. Do both our impacts aren't racist. China's pulling the status quo to force them to invade Russia based on internal Chinese documents, empirical data, and allies countries are looking towards us in the status quo regardless of what causes that. If we nuclear test people are going to have a use or lose attitude. Their argument elevates white assault free support that explains all oppression, reinscribes its inevitability. Specific analysis of racism is crucial. Anderson, if the argument for the white literature reification whiteness is constant education impedes impossible difference between whiteness become to mean everything will take something whiteness becomes slippery. There's little fun with the nuance analysis of whiteness emerge on in terms of all powerful historical forwards and define warning against using whiteness model if religious proceeds to do so. Mark that card, do so, and no social death ground. And I social death is a dissolution theory that I'm not describing the experience of slave children, which risk the least common denominator, still little to eliminate social political experiences of enslavement struggle. Kind of abuse when situates labor rather than discussion interest institutional development social death is obsolete product conventional institutional society produced without in China. Counterpoint doesn't solve only just air pollution, all of our evidence held land and water pollution, permutation, do both, conditionality is the voting issue skews, choosy time strategy withhold or best offense, counter cross play, only time set of offense, education, multiple conditional options, less rigorous, and the final question of the debate process is inevitable. Over the year argument skills condo encourages argument of irresponsibility that kills advocacy, student critical thinking. Most important real world computation, think it one. Conditional advocacy, the plan was a community economy that's USITC that solves terrorism, hotbed escalation, Gorel. If I have power vacuum, you'll train this building until the war in the country, that can be strong, possibly several hundred thousand fleet, which requires my hearing, the name of the US one, consent to the public option, radical groups, had trees, these groups, extra activity, computer of the United States, where the war continues to more complex, even threatened fragile democracy, the US may be forced to play force, creating another insurgency, market card insurgency, and hotspots go to war, Moscow, and take all like global delivery rules, watch by the nuclear people, like much of the time, to the night targeting, Iran, market, Iran, links to politics, GOP, hate China, and energy, links to China, India, they would probably also collapse manufacturing, links to credibility, the US, so looks like TPA. Okay, yeah. no impact to this economy. It's apparently not about you have multiple past recessions like the 2008 recession, and this makes no sense. Obama needs to convince Democrats to vote for TPA, but all their links said that Republicans would dislike the plan. Recent cooperation should trigger the link like removing the travel restrictions. TPA said Malay, mail in 13 cents, something makes off TPA doesn't strike me. Senior source of part of these as Obama's trying to push the TPA legislation and torpedo passage of Congress may not be behind. The bill fiat to media itself link on the USPC, and there's bipartisan program easing the embargo wine men. Enforce them in the law to dramatically favor easing embargo on Cuba, meant to build the House and Senate with bipartisan groups to help rally action on Cuba.
Okay. Yeah.
We got
We're good. 952 left. Yeah, let's first start on case Nichols or Paul. They're key particle accelerators, right?
Yes.
Yeah, your 1AC ISCLAR 13 says that the niobium titanium magnet is not working. Where is nickel involved in niobium titanium?
Okay, the ISLR card says that. Hold on, let me pull
The
it
ISLR
up.
card is making the claim that the current niobium magnet's not working. And we
All
need
right,
things.
so the next line says, for the LHC to continue pushing the boundaries of high energy physics, physicists plan to switch to niobium tin. Where's nickel involved in niobium
That's
tin?
right, the one
Nickel
you
is
just read said
component.
niobium tin doesn't work.
Yes.
No, it says niobium titanium doesn't work, and how LHC is pursuing niobium tin.
I think
It's pursuing it. That doesn't work. That involves rare earth metals, which
let
we
me
say are
correct
running
this. For
out.
the LHC to continue pushing the boundaries of high energy physics, physics plans to switch to niobium tin.
Okay, well, we have 3 other pieces of evidence that says that nickel is
Yeah.
necessary.
Can you explain to me why accelerators are like critical to our nuclear deterrence?
Okay, it's not that accelerators in and of itself are key to our nuclear deterrence, it's that stockpile stewardship are. Particle accelerators are necessary to our stockpile stewardship because they're necessary to determine data on our nuclear weapons.
Yeah, your heading chart says stockpile stewardship is, accelerators are key to stockpile stewardship, but in the underlying part, let's talk about during World War II, accelerators contribute directly to the separation of isotopes used in industrial scale. How does separating isotopes determine where we can stockpile our nuclear weapons?
Okay, so, right, instead of nuclear testing, so like instead of exploding a bomb and testing whether or not our nuclear
So
weapons
this is about
work,
nuclear
we have to
testing
use,
again, right?
no, it's about how, we cannot do that obviously because we're not gonna like actually explode one of our nukes to test if it works. We use particle accelerators to maintain data about our nuclear
Alright,
stockpile, which
that's fine.
the,
Your add-on on the camp plan, you say you help Cuba's economy, right?
yeah.
And then on the, what's it called, the pink tag dissent, you say that the only fully lifting the embargo revitalizes Cuba's industry. Which one is it?
Okay, so first of all, I don't think I said I read a card that said that fully lifting the embargo revitalizes the industry. I made a no link card.
Only lifting the embargo is able to resolve. So which one is
No,
it?
wrong. You mischaracterized the evidence I
So-
made. I made a no link argument because the piece of link evidence that you read in the 1AC says lifting the whole embargo would make Obama look
Yeah, but
like
it's talking
shit.
about revitalizing
That's probably
Cuba's
true.
economy. So do you revitalize Cuba's economy?
Okay, so the USITC evidence says that the nickel portion of the embargo is necessary to solve for the economy. So
Okay.
lifting the entire embargo would probably include lifting the nickel portion of the embargo, so I don't see why those two things couldn't both be true.
Clarification, the camp plan you made permutation to go, right?
Yeah,
Okay, and the critique you did not make a permutation, right?
I said do both.
You did?
I did.
Where was that?
Let's pull up the 2AC. I think it was it was after the, it's in the document. It was,
Right,
I have
see,
a
it's after framework, right?
yeah.
Okay.
I have a way consequences and I have a perm.
Oh, okay.
And then I have it's right before the not. It doesn't explain all of
Yeah, I
it.
see that. Going back onto chat, actually I have no time left.
Okay.
You have 952?
Where's the GS case?
Thanks. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fascinating.
It's not even a real time.
Oh, I thought I heard like a
I need some community.
Okay, I can get emails on that. Or
No.
he was sitting there reading, he's like, oh my god, this actually makes sense. I was like, yeah, thanks.
I just
This debate that I'm judging, I have 11 question marks on my phone. 11.
Who are you judging?
Green Hill and Westminster. I've said clear so many times.
It's not even college, it's like our league, right?
I have no fucking idea what's going on.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a good policy, me too. This is a little bit caffeine in it.
Okay. Thank you.
Beneficial for you.
This is just the econ, is that Derek? Just this flush?
Econ and China, yeah, that'd be.
Oh, okay, so I'll just try to do this.
I'm ready. What time do you use?
7:30.
7:30.
7:30 left, yeah.
Are we? I was just
7:23.
We got it from No. No, this one doesn't work on my computer. The counterplan, the case, and the 180 order. Mouse. Oh, take some breath. I forgot one thing. I'm good.
7:20 left?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to send you another speech doc.
Alright, I'm gonna flash drive.
See.
So I can just close that deal one.
Yeah, order's still the same though, man.
Okay, sounds good.
And everyone else.
Go.
Hey, y'all good?
No.
No.
Okay. The counterplan solves the entirety of the second advantage via the debate in terms of sufficiency versus optimality. Even if the counterplan might not be sufficient to solve it, even if the counterplan might not be optimal, it's still sufficient to solve it. The counterplan has China geoengineering to solve the pollution within the status quo. It sprays water into the atmosphere, which creating down to air, which also clears the water in the status quo. Even if the counterplan is in the conscious air pollution, your influence are also in the conscious pollution in general, which is the reason why solving air pollution should be sufficient. Conditionality is good. Counterfeits will be in two conditional position. We can have cross by even as arbitrary to steal and be out of office. Information processing, testing after the multilingual forces. The after select the best arguments and genetic to make strategic reactive decision with large amount of influence short time constraint. That's key to effective decision making. Information saturated still with the maximum. Now, two is after skill. Testing after the left and right trains us to be better after to standards where it's in the real world because we have to be tested from left and right. Also always enter an less. Economic engagement is engagement that justifies many inactives over infinite areas like energy, cooperation, transportation. Then multiply that by three countries. Country conditionality is key to checking out against a broad topic. And given that after reply, they link to their own offense because they did not specify agent will not tweet to everything to kill about it. Multiple permutations makes after the movie target with the judges will vote for them. The key with econ this will the key with econ item will be the one out of the capital. just linking politics. You don't have a piece of evidence saying that quality China will be unpopular to GOP. The only piece of evidence right in the round that says it's unpopular is trading with Cuba, and the capital does do that, which means that we link the race case. We'll concede the permutation. We are not going to go for actually the counter. If they made a permutation, I don't think they did. We're still into net benefit, obviously, in all the China clean tech terms. Not going to go for the race case. We'll keep the permutation. Not going to go for it. There's no link to the Perfcon army because we did not read a state link in the way. We just said that games with Cuba's anti-black, and we did not do this in a constant debate. Now, Alois, man, do you ever really mess up the piece of evidence? I personally extended the first piece of evidence saying that nickel cannot be made in the future. We're going to call for the piece of evidence after that. It's not as good as the Jared claims. It does not have a conclusive claim saying that nickel can be made to a super magnet. Nickel does not have the chemical properties to be made to a super magnet because it cannot be combined with things like lithium and niobium, which is the reason why REMs are key, which is the reason why the impacts in that list that's cool. We cite your own authors, Lauder Lewis, which is the reason why you should prefer evidence in postings too, which is the reason why we have the more conclusive evidence in that code. There's no nuclear testing, doesn't apply to your formula because there's a reason why deterrence will inevitably work with deterrence will be inevitable in the end because if there's the countries have nuclear weapons, obviously there should be not to rapid fire here to letter. The Smith evidence says that deterrence will with this country have used nuclear hair marriage, which is the reason why doesn't want the pink tide this side. We're not going to go for this side. We'll concede no late. We'll also concede that although Obama credibly impacts rate peeling down, which is the reason why the defense your own add-on. Not going to China this side. It always turns a crap actually go back to Alois advantage. There are also a couple of fundamental problems that the AF needs to answer. First is that why can't the U.S. just buy their expensive nickel to China? If the loss of nickel causes global nuclear war, then the United States federal government will not be a dumbass and should make sure they get the necessary political supply no matter what, even if it's just a little bit more expensive. Also, China could just be the super magnets too. If China has all the nickel, then they can just build the super magnets and the accelerators to stop nuclear testing. We use the CERN accelerator in Europe, which is the reason why we still do our nuclear tests within China. Now, the third argument is that the status quo is good enough. The heading card says that accelerators have already made this scientific problem necessary to halt nuclear testing and also to improve the tests. The U.S. has not tested weapons in 1992, which proves that their improvements are not necessary. Also, we could just call up CERN to use their own nuclear reactor, which is the reason why they're have internally winning of any of these internally takeouts. We thought their advantage is illogical and should be granted zero risk. Not only the China advantage. The China advantage should be framed within the YNZ context. You collapse all of China's manufacturing, whether it's low tech, whether it's high tech, you collapse all of it and you throw the baby out with the bathwater. This is bad because the decline in manufacturing turns decline their case. The decline in China manufacturing will turn to Alois advantage because it internally says that rare earth minerals make super magnets and China has 95% of them. If the domestic sector goes down, then they're more likely to hoard resources within the cycle. The manufacturing turns to China's advantage because China's manufacturing sector gives jobs to the Chinese people. If all these people suddenly lost jobs because we didn't have nickel, there's going to be massive amounts of protests that will cause Chinese people to uprise against the Chinese government. Now also, we have multiple terms case argument based on the economy level evidence. The mean evidence says it causes massive unemployment and it causes dangerous rise, which is bigger internally to CCP instability. You may claim that environmental pollution causes unrest, but the reason why these unrest happen is because people are unhappy. Guess what will make them unhappy? If they don't have jobs or demolish the body things in status quo. Also, interlinked environmental regulation says that it collapses the economy, which causes unrest because environmental regulation causes taxing. I'll attack the limit more later, except we capture the interlinked society. Also, Chinese goal turns nationalism in Japan too. That is HT 2004. The economic issue concerns China's national view of opinions they could only be with economic stuff. They cause Chinese people to focus on satisfying new materials to satisfy national areas. The talent to make interlinked the rules of China last will also those of Japanese the China defense planners. Now, by the way, she said that pollution outweighs pollution is not critical because the clean tech is approved that China is not only with the stream around now. China's economy might be low in the status quo, except it is not collapse. Overall, the collapse doesn't collapse, which is a differential with the Chinese economy. Environmentally, so economy argument is also not responsive because first of all, China's improving the environment status quo will win that's on the case today. Environment does not outweigh. There's no reason why the environment uniquely causes collapse within the status quo. The environment, the only reason why the environment should outweigh is because the cause of the protests and lack of jobs should be a bigger internally to that implicitly denied argument or not the concept of China should not manufacture collapse, which is what our internally gets based upon. We have to see the link coming up the way saying that China's manufacturing is the critical basis for China's economy because it's the only way they can upgrade this economic sector in the status quo. If you don't have a manufacturing base, you cannot upgrade it. There's a reason why you collapse all the way. Now he's giving you a piece of transition evidence. First, the transition evidence does not say that collapsing China's manufacturing will make it in the large rate. It's just a small dip. The small dip has already happened. Now it's called the 2008 to 2009 recession, which is the reason why China is moving on the high-tech manufacturing in the status quo. And all that clean tech uniqueness proves that argument. Now, what they do is they stop this transition to a high-tech renewable going on in the status quo by collapsing China's manufacturing sector, which is the reason why they since 1996 regulations. The only reason why these regulations are good because regulations is what's causing the clean technology to be made in the status quo right now, which is the reason why if the firm stops the regulation where it's going to be no clean technology, which is the reason why it's going to be bad. Now go to clean tech this side. This also turns the crap out of the case. First, that clean technology causes warming. That was the term impact to warming because warming causes extinction. It is irreversible, which would be the framing issue for the debate. Now, warming turns to a resource source army because if it's massive amounts of water, there's going to be crop failure and water scarcity, which will cause people to go to war. It also turns to terrorism because countries will be more likely to go to war if they don't have enough resources in the status quo. It also turns to any risk of CCP instability because Chinese crops will die, which means that the people will uprise against China's status quo. Also, Chinese water scarcity from coal risk political instability. That's Centennial 2012. Further competition with the water crisis control point corresponding to global challenges. Such conflict condition from energy water pooling understood about the states where China has got the water. So it's one of the endangered economic and political stability. We solve coal because we solve renewables. That's part of this whole like expanding renewable sector. New China regularize its supply sources. Overlies their coal Chinese are also making a new energy provide for a medically colonized boost of workers into the middle class. Now, he said that there's no impact of warming. That argument will be answered in the one hour card. Said there's no impact of warming card. Does not say that there's no terminal. Just say that there's all causes. The warming piece of evidence specifically said that clean technology could be able to solve warming. Now he says that China. Now she says that China's clean technology failed. First, that China's market domination is key to global transition. That's famous times in 2011. China price energy comes from the side of wind supply today. While their prices fell down, the wind solar price will follow 40% a year. 3% of the gift to real generation bring the cost down to the point they company against the world. Today, our end products getting cheaper thanks to China. Now, China's need to renew keep the global scale, and that's wrong in 2007. China's able to scale up renewable scientific technology to leveraging carbon demand to advance the achieve low prices. Scale local project. Maybe now let these technologies to adopt the mass scale around the globe. The future of global climate where you rest on measure of China's ability to feed the global renewable energy. Now, that is the key internal link to warming. That's cold 2009. Now, come to the era well, to the future of the clean air revolution. Without the rapid future, emission reducing energy technology across the globe, especially coordination, will be able to help with climate change. You have conceded uniqueness portion of today, which means that China's moving towards clean technology right now. This solves the entirety of your China measure because it proves that pollution is going to be declined right now. Go into the pollution ban and accept the first piece of evidence saying that China is reducing pollution in the status quo. That's the piece of Duke evidence. This is in the context of the manufacturing sector, under steel industry, and in the context of water pollution. Now, the collapse of China's manufacturing, collapse of environmental regulation. That's LE 2008. The solve will have to low impact part of your father like regular class growth. Climate change will replace unemployment and stable inputs. Everything based in manufacturing has coincided with strong growth. Now, China is improving its water pollution right now. So you have two stages. China's establishing new promoter of managed water research. Bringing China to community water, effective implementation of water management system. Extremely evidence standard and do wastewater treatment local governments and health counters. How start implementing performance assessment over mines. Now, there's going to be no risk in China. Japan will sign a war because their cooperation will the status quo. That's what I want to see cards indicate. CCP will not use nuclear weapons on its own people because they're Chinese. They knew they would die if they do so.
Let's talk about that last water card you just read. It says that China has established new performance appraisal system to evaluate management of water. Where does the card say they will take steps towards not polluting?
Because China's committed to more efforts to ensure effective.
Yeah, sure. There's like a way to evaluate whether or not they're polluting. They're obviously polluting the status quo. Where does the card say that they will not do that?
Logically, China knows that they're screwed if water runs out. So logically, China's government is taking steps to make sure that doesn't happen.
If that were
the
true,
Chinese government are not dumbasses.
That would be nice if you had a card that said that. So if you can read a line for me,
that's all the trends in the status quo. No, we don't have a card that predicts the future.
China will start implementing the performance assessment
system. And was like, oh my God, China's going to solve all its water shortages. We have multiple pieces of evidence that indicate trends in the status quo towards a sustainable China, like the fact that development renewable
energy. What card says? I will literally give you all 2 minutes and 12 seconds of cross-ex to give me a piece of evidence that says that China's going to stop polluting completely in the status quo.
I want you to find a piece of evidence that collapsing their manufacturing sector will stop China from polluting everything ever. There's so many other sectors that don't rely on manufacturing where there's pollution.
Oh, really?
From China.
What card says that?
That's just common sense.
Well,
like literally,
unfortunately, none of your evidence supports that. Our evidence
you have a piece of evidence saying that collapsing China's manufacturing will get rid of the current pollution in China regardless.
The counterplan.
Okay.
The piece of evidence that you're extending that you think says that air pollution is like the internal link to all other forms of pollution. Where do you think the card says that?
That's true. One is the evidence that's just in the context of pollution.
Okay, well that's an incorrect characterization of our evidence. But where does this evidence even say that it would solve air pollution? It says it can mitigate haze.
Mitigate haze? Do you know what haze is?
Yeah, it can like mitigate haze. It doesn't say that it will like stop air pollution like altogether.
Look, this is all great. The piece of EU evidence says that it gets rid of this haze because what it does is sprays water into the atmosphere, and there's been scientific studies saying that water droplets capture air pollution.
Okay, so how does it stop factories from like dumping really chemicals into rivers?
Because those factories, even if they dump chemicals in the rivers, air pollution is a major source of pollution. Look, this is really
great. How does that solve any of the internal links to that?
You don't have any evidence saying that you stop all the China's pollution ever. You don't have a piece of reverse causal transition evidence saying that collapsing their manufacturing sector stops China from polluting and goes to a sustainable society. This is like DDEV without the transition card.
What does the counterplan do to resolve the factories that are polluting in the status quo?
It doesn't resolve the factors in the status quo.
So that's going to be
a symptom of pollution.
Okay, why can't China buy renewables from somewhere else?
China buy renewables.
If they're so into switching to clean tech, like in the status quo, why wouldn't they just like lift?
Because Chinese leaders have an incentive to develop renewables because they need a sustainable society because they know that they're polluting. Buying them from somewhere else is unstable because it'll be too expensive.
Okay, it says that China leaders have an incentive. What card says that they will stop polluting because of the renewables in the status quo?
The reason they're making renewables is to stop polluting. That's just common sense.
I mean, not necessarily meaning more energy.
You're telling me to
where do they say they trade off?
claims.
Where do they say they trade off? Like
Trade.
what card says that?
Because manufacturing will kill China's renewable sector, because you kind of need factories to make technology.
It's going to be the China flip, the China plan, and then politics.
China flow, counter plan, and politics? Okay.
Yeah, this in the Dropbox.
Nope. Yeah. Can you give it to Michael?
Thank you.
On China, I'm just answering their war and defense. That's it. Everyone good?
Warming is moving after projecting caused by greenhouse gases. There's no alternative causes other than these pollution covered in the states and 11. The overall scientific evidence tells that human greenhouse gas emissions resulting climate change cannot be explained by natural causes of climate change. Real world causing happening right now. It's like a human unparalleled scale. It comes like the efficiency can be achieved by eliminating fossil fuel pollution. And if you do wish to strive to head over a livable planet to prosper, you can mark your car and prosper. Now go on to the cap plan. I'm answering the add-on right here. This is ridiculous. No way risk of Cuban instability, and we won't pull out of those other regions. Wang DSO 6 after 47 years, one man rule by overthrowing companies 6 years. There's no organized opposition to speed operations to argue real gets potential enemies to keep it on first. Main role pushing administration has no intention of invading Cuba on a terror right now. North Korea has rolled out harder for policy for also the internal link about lifting the entire embargo. Nothing about nickel industry anyway. Now go on to the politics at first. This always in terms of economic collapse is the only scenario where conflict escalation is rationally justified cooperation and deterrence breakdown in a volatile situation. Economic collapse brings impacts are more likely because in a poor economic condition that diverse attention for solving things like pollution or worrying about a nuclear deterrence. You have to see that economic decline, if it happens, will cause global warming extinction. So you have to prefer that the economy is still vulnerable. Recent data proves Jordan 723 for 60 out of financial crisis and global recovery. These things are very powerful headwinds. Most notable associated with deterrent demographic results. Some of the demand has been increased obstacle for emerging market by substantial more reason for current trade vol has moved side of PMI. Puts stagnation growth well beyond the estimated species that the vulnerability such a vulnerability of defensive producer lines of defense are gone. Nadler 09 fighters sliding defense is called the economy's damage. So the satellite road defense is already taking it. Race to zero. You can mark it at zero now. Economic collapse caused the explosive global conflict with China and Russia. This is also in 09. The Great Depression showed the global clans having hard economic collapse, threat and instability, pressing on sustained output, putting immediate threats to China's stability and virtue. The effects with diverting energy outward, leaving conflict and repression include inside Russia, even as stable status for external conflict and prolonged global temperature with a dramatic recession coupled with unresolved dispute made resulting in ships falling pollution and closing big grain growth cells for warming, war air contamination, pollution. General Taylor to the oxidative pollution has nothing to speak against it. No use in natural base has declined as material coastal fish has declined dramatically. Investment in special wastewater treatment has contributed to improve freshwater quality. It's stable in the first growth economic trees to increase and improving the economic growth. Only economic growth is able to solve for research for and because we have to continue develop technology to develop new lines to be able to solve for that. Now the line is she says there's no democratic link capital will overcome any unique deficiency in the democratic regard. 112 the administration of right president philosopher. There's no need for on-twisting for White House like there wasn't after. Also the link is based off of political capital. Where if Obama's dealing with the Cuban American bloc, he won't have any political capital to be able to do the arm trading in the Congress to get the Democrats on the board. Republicans will make it bloody Hail Mary distractions. Obama's reaching out to Democrats right now. Where to for Obama's huddle with we're gonna meet with congressional Democrat legislative political priority. We spent a report attention. He was president of the White House and even for President Trade Bill. Push hard for the TPA. You can mark it at the TPA also. As you can see, the political capital link, which means only Obama have a political capitalist influence, and so long as we win that, there's any decrease in political capital, that means that you have to balance the link through the internal link now. But she says there's no way the link exists. There's definitely no reproach right now, nothing that's happening that's going through Congress. The recent we need to evidence disprove these things, and also the Congress talk about things like oil cooperation, not actually congressional bills and approval that is happening in Congress. Also, even small. Okay, go on to unique. The unique is extended 180 card right now. Obama's putting a full court press on Congress to be able to pass all both Republican and Democratic lawmakers are getting on board because of Obama's political capital. Finally, during the Obama's racking up pressure right now, and it solves a boiling to for the Obama to how to pass a trade where Obama will push on for TPA. On an issue such as we get TPA, the economists and president's schedule for the need for some core president of the Democratic lawmaker that and it's different from its prior rhetorical support. It's going to its focus and its personal campaign lies on the partisan 121 that House and make a major push to have a Congress to give the TPA a blurry meeting has taken place in legislature to which has taken place in called the top of Democratic lawmakers. There's not even new energy from the White House Republicans willing to back pro so they're getting the TPA to pass away. Obama what has been a dialogue with a real focus on Democrats. She said feels ultimately counter-interpretation after most defended political rehabilitation. Has like keeps her the best education promotes political career and is the vital generic on this topic. But the resolution now there's no bipartisan support. This evidence is awful. Not only is it 9 years ago, but it also says that easing the embargo, easing the embargo is now popular not just trading nickel. The warrants about Bush re-election, so you should reject it. But bipartisan support for keeping there's bipartisan for keeping the embargo and all parts of it sway in the 12 minutes. And bipartisan group delivered electoral reviews for the president, individual delivered voter campaigns, and combination persuade downvotes of re-election. Already talking the United States on the passing normalization of Cuba. Now also I want to see like contextualize that even if they only cheat a small part of the embargo, nickel will be uniquely unpopular because it's still giving away to the Castro administration.
Turns out aloes advantage because of lack of economic climate costs massive amounts of
turns aloes advantage, the lack of the economic will could cause diversion words where we cannot focus on supermagnets parts will accelerate.
Okay. We have 723?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, okay, so here's my Okay, yeah. 540.
Alright, flash drive me.
Flash drive me.
Thank you. It's called 1 AR. The order is going to be the alloys advantage, the China advantage, the counter plan, and politics. Is everyone ready?
Wait, no. Alright, when are you ready, dude?
The alloys advantage, nickel's a vital ingredient. They're just like that we ran into difficulties. Not that it's actually going to fail triad because REMs are going to get all caught in the status quo only with the nickel is able to solve nuclear testing sign or impact. It's not it's a question of credibility or stockpile, not about anyone testing a nuclear weapon in China. It's not a nickel, that's why they're importing it from Cuba in the status quo. We will obviously not use Chinese particle accelerators to test our nuclear weapon stockpile. That would be ridiculous. US, we are using particle accelerators in the status quo. That's why they're not testing now. When things like the LSG need to be upgraded using nickel. Now the China advantage there.
Deterrence fails, answer.
Oh, they say deterrence fails. No, it doesn't. Our evidence indicates that is the linchpin of other countries modulating the whether or not they're going to do things like attack the United States. China, it advantage at the top line, so the Trinsky arguments for the disad versus it doesn't internalize. That's the status quo. We're not using the arguments in the status quo. We're transitioning to nickel, but we need to lower prices further there. It's not true in the economy. I'll do the comparative analysis here. One of the only evidence that's compared us, the medical evidence indicates that quality of life issues are far more important to Chinese people than the economy. Second is that the status quo is going to collapse the economy. It's a 12% track record. That's for the 1AC economy and natural evidence. Here's more evidence is collapsing the economy now. It will completely destroy this. This is 113 global economy nature. What kind of economy? Well, you know the environment and the pollution. They've cut coal, but to go, they will have to increase coal. Something's got to go with layer or back and economic growth. And also, if they win the thesis of the link argument, that just because the CCP legitimacy is founded on whether or not they can provide for the Chinese people the pollution link turns that this is Abby Schneider 13, the pollution council management institutions. They do good balance to China's human search for little chance to do a government thinks legitimacy of the vital for the population Chinese. When they're going to comment online, no often tell how to make use of our descent with citizens taking the streets over environmental issue that pollution means the economy is truly unsustainable only as the planet solves this agreement between China and because of the correct economic system you can live there. The economy comes into the environment China will also see that both the that control is going to not be undermined by the spoiled land dirty now. Third is regulations are coming down the status quo. Either the closes all the dirty if there are no color indicates they won't. There's only a list of the plan helps the economy because it will for sure collapse in status quo now. It is not true the Japan argument that the 2004 is not true the 2008 recession and things that put it on the brink now. They have conceded the Chinese economy is low down the status quo. Evidence now this is not taking out the app because the manufacturing industry is based on exports. However, the domestic economy will never collapse, meaning that there's only a list that the app is able to somehow make it better now. He says that regulation will cause clean technology. No, no, it's not the case that regulations will cause clean technology. No, it's not the case. It will collapse the economy in the short term, which means that they cannot have the ability to develop clean technology now. The China clean technology disadvantage the Trinsky arguments is that we solve water scarcity and global warming because the thesis of their argument is that they solve that clean technology is able to solve air pollution. We obviously would resolve that far faster and far better now. The Mills evidence, which they have mishandled, indicates that Chinese clean technology will inevitably fail because of bureaucratic insurance. They won't. State-owned enterprises will inevitably stick to coal, and the electricity grid can't handle renewables. His only answer is that it's critical to the global economy. That Chinese renewables are critical to the global. That's obviously not responsive. And even if China is doing clean technology or trying to win the status quo, they will not be able to do so effectively because of those problems I lined up. But now the actual subsidy advantage there is increased pollution in the status quo because of manufacturing. It's the linchpin. The steel industry is not critical. The overall manufacturing industry is critical. The other just as the state owned enterprises and state publications are saying they're going to improve environment. Obviously, as a political point, not an actual attempt to improve pollution. If they do, it's by regulations, which we have already impacted on. Yes, China-Japanese war. The yes, there should be China-Japanese war. Let's not assume a world of miscalculation because of nationalism, which is growing in the status quo. Yes, CCP lash out because the new U.S., which will cause the turn the U.S. to new China in return. No, their self-interest arguments don't apply. They've also seen the China Civil War impact, which is external and cause warlords getting clubs to launch warlords getting clubs to launch against other countries. Now the counter plan, the counter plan obviously does not solve the first advantage, also does not solve the second advantage because it's only about air pollution versus water and land pollution. The natural element impacts that in Sino-Russia war, which causes extinction. It causes extinction and collapse of the economy. The permeation to both obviously shields the link. It should especially shield link to the air. There should to the China clean tech disadvantage because it solves the warming argument. It solves air pollution now. The TPA disadvantage.
Oh wait, no, answer ASPEC.
Oh, if they made an ASPEC argument, that's stupid. Context checks. The TPA just said, if you have solved any rollback arguments there, I will concede their dirty evidence indicate that debt and deficit, investor confidence, collapsing economy, status quo, which they impact down unique argument. They also concede the Austin evidence, which they read as a term case argument, is about the 2008 recession, not about any new recession. Economic growth does not solve pollution. It's improved not by the China. They are increasing the growth, and that is causing the pollution. It's not turning the alloys advantage there. The explanation is incoherent now. This said literally makes no sense. He keeps saying that we're reaching out to Dems and status quo. That's the argument. That Obama is reaching out to Dems. He is not reaching out to the Cuba lobby, which is the reason why those only with the plan pissed off people who already like TPA. There's logical to say they would then backlash against somebody liking the status quo. They've noticed that Cuba lobby is critical, or that they've noticed that the Cuba lobby is critical, or that Obama would actually have to use political capital on the Cuba lobby. They had need a card that the same people who dislike the plan would also dislike TPA, and would therefore switch the votes. It's also dead in the status quo. Urban sensitive people like here's more instances. There was more evidence Pelosi dislikes the plan more than true. Pelosi will check out how easy passed the trade agreements dealing for the blockade negotiations. Pelosi is seeing time to flash no comments until the partisan House member of conservative opposed read, so supported by voicing the opposition on fast track out of the question. Now the link to debate, he makes two arguments. The first is that easing is the question something about easing, re-easing embargo. That is an F argument. Second is their only link argument, as of the only other link card is about how Obama doesn't want to do it because of re-election concerns. He's being re-elected more than his political win. This is hindered all 11. Legislative momentum is here. Cuba is making to decide the momentum. And it makes the embargo possible. Must make a majority of Cuban Americans. Cuban Americans allowed to oppose within the China Central, we should affect politicians increasing candidates' benefits today, and you should be a political expediency. Welcome to the word expediency.
How much time, Natalie? 7:20?
Good job.
What was the first argument you made? Like, did death impact it makes it not unique?
Oh yeah, you had a card that's like, it's on the brink, but the card says like 3 different reasons why it's on the brink, and those are all things that TPA makes.
Tell me which cards you read on China Econ. You read Whipple.
I read Whipple.
Yep, you read
I
Schneider.
read Schneider, and I read Friedman.
Friedman, cool. Nothing else, right?
Just the
Thank you.
You read this card right there.
Yeah, I read that one. Yeah. That was actually really good.
You read in the one in our the Boyer evidence and the Carnes evidence, right? On the uniqueness debate.
What?
Did you read the third card on the uniqueness debate?
Let me check.
No, just the first two? Okay, thanks.
Okay, please. Alright. China politics hours.
Hoping you would go for the A-spec, right?
Are you gonna answer the disad on, are you gonna do the disad stuff first on China?
Disad
or
stuff is
advantage?
coming first.
Okay, and then politics and then Alice.
Actually, where's the, I forgot the count one. Where's, there it is.
Where does that go?
After China.
After China.
So China counterpoint politics outlaws.
That's great. Alright, you ready, Ed? Okay. The China clean tech design is an internal link to the China advantage. It also has an external impact airdrop coming out today. The airdrop and warming impact coming today. The Moscow evidence says that will accelerate warming, causing global extinction, and is irreversible, which means that warming should be the biggest impact. Turns out you risk of the pollution advantage because if there's going to be a resource conflict that is going to be made more likely by global warming into status quo, it's going to cause a turns because warming causes diversion, water, resource conflict that escalates the entire scope, which is the reason why it turns out alloys advantage. Now, the critical contention is that their advantage makes absolutely no freaking sense. You have to draw the Elliott evidence coming out of the point. The Elliott evidence should frame your decision because the Elliott evidence says that when we collapse something like the economy, like China's manufacturing sector, that causes a massive amount of catch-up growth within the status quo. That catch-up growth means building more factories, polluting more, means that your own advantage links to yourself and you link to it within the status quo, and that means you link to the status quo. This is like the DNF argument right now, except the one ASC has not provided a single piece of transition evidence. They only have evidence that says that manufacturing causes pollution, and that nickel, and they only have evidence saying that manufacturing causes pollution, that they collapse manufacturing, but not a single piece of evidence saying that the collapse of manufacturing leads to a sustainable Chinese society, which is ironic because Kim kept trying to make us point out evidence, which is the reason why we are the only ones with a logical argument. Think about it, if we collapse China's manufacturing sector, they're going to try really bad because they know that growth is important. That's the only reason why they're doing regulation right now. The only argument he said, the arm of China, this is the Mills piece of evidence. This car says that clean coal is going to fail in the status quo, except the reason why China's clean tech is all the uniqueness evidence answers is warning back. China, this car from 2012 is saying that China's renewable drive surveillance status quo, except China knows that they are out of time. China knows that they have to develop renewable, and the China renewables are set to go right now. The one-year evidence justifies this new car that's basically one repeat. The cost of pollution comes to us, China leads to recognize these restoration, advance in clean energy, reduce emissions, high roads, make products in today's mode, when the hydroelectric and the large manufacturer solar panels will China clean energy sector to $2 of investment, chloroclass and it's goes down 50 watts, and transform the increases all the costs driven by manufacturing. The boys is ready to research this year when China focus on counter industrial and clean manufacturing. The company has over something zero skill, huge advance, enormous scale manufacturing gold clouds. China invested in $194 billion in renewable energy. Foreign competition also the operation in China. You have also conceded the framing issue that you throw the baby out with the bathwater. You collapse the entire China for the manufacturing sector, which is the reason why you don't lead to this translation because you need to manufacture to develop clean technology in status quo. We have also dropped in warning saying that we wean China off of coal because the only reason why China's doing coal, the only reason why China's doing coal is because China's being too driven off of coal right now because of their clean energy sector. That's a piece of Wilson evidence and also a piece of the renewable evidence in the 1 yard. It is a choke point in status quo. They know that the population is screwed, which is the reason why Chinese government is which is the reason why the Chinese government is logically trying to make the renewable energy status quo. There's no they did not have any sort of defense on this argument, which is the reason why Xiaowei also turns the entirety of the TPA legitimacy of manager too, because China's complete technology is key to solving pollution in the status quo. Think about it, renewable energy solving missions with solve solutions. Solves the power factory doing bad things, which is the reason why it doesn't do this. I'll go back to the top of China flow. I'm not going to go for the Chinese concerns here. The piece of evidence saying that collapse is coming right now. It says that the only reason why collapse is coming right now is because we have to cut coal. Guess what? The China renewable decide to cut coal, which is the reason why it doesn't do that. Pollution, we solve the pollution internally, which means that there's no reason. The regulation coming now argument proves by their clean technology in the status quo. The only reason why regulators clean tech biology is being profitable in China is because of the regulation, which is the reason why even if they're coming out, their economy will not take it. It's just going to try to help transition to a better economy in the status quo. Even though China's econ might be low, that's still our clean tech is post-state evidence, which is the reason why even if the econ is low, the clean tech sector is driving the status quo and it's attracting investors in the status quo, which is the reason why the regulation don't call clean tech. Now they're trying to advance defense properly. China defense makes absolutely no sense because there's no risk of CCP instability. The Chinese people are not going to attack themselves because they just want to do that. The warming advantage also turns the piece of Japanese-Taiwan war because the warming will cause them to become more national when the status quo. Also, the other argument saying that China's clean tech is key to their economy, which is the reason why we still get an econ turns case arguments for these arguments. Yes, if China's economy declines, that means that they're going to be more nationalistic and inclined to attack other countries because they want to appease their population. Your only environmental links talk about the need for the economy. The status quo advanced capital is going to be internal defense. The advanced capital is going to be internal defense to all of the things because advanced capital, even in the context of air pollution, is still going to ease pollution a little bit. The people are unhappy with water pollution and air pollution. As long as you have to dropped sufficiently versus optimally favored, which means that if we get rid of one example pollution in this cycle, like what you evidence talks about, that means that we should be able to solve sufficiently. The permutation doesn't yield that benefit for the China clean tech this cycle because the permutation, because geoengineering is not clean technology. It's just a way to do. It's just I think no. Concede the permutation. I'm not going to go for the capital, just to test the competition. Not going for the expert argument. Not going for the alloys management. Alloys management. Not going to go for the politics. We're not going to go for the politics that this cycle will consider the economy. We'll concede that global economy is Brazilian, that there's going to impact global economy, that all the impacts are people not, which is that they have no office on the globe. Now, finally, alloys management. Alloys management. Peace and Carter is F and terrible. It only cites validity research saying that nickel can be made to Superman. And guess what? We cite posting ever saying that nickel cannot because it's impossible. It needs a miracle to happen, which is that you should assign very, very low risk of advantage. China, the clean tech and this terms of argument anyway, because of China's manufacturing sector decline, that means that China will be more inclined to hoard their resources, which is the reason why they're not going to let the U.S. and build Eagles. That's cool. Also, we have thermal defense to their deterrence argument because the Smith Adams specifically said that the deterrence will be because of asymmetry in engine. Think about it, countries are going to just attack one another if they're actually not desperate. They're not going to stop and hold back.
Okay. You said, to think out of politics, you said global econ resilient, right? Okay. Yeah, I think.
I just want all the speech shacks. So like the card of the 2NR and then the
Actually, can we have your turnout card?
Yeah.
It's just a score card.
Yeah,
but I'm just gonna send me all the speech shacks. I can kind of figure it out from there.
I'll take out everything I think because it's close.
We should talk about this card in a second.
What is?
This is just for content, when you get to content. Just finish counting.
Okay. Where's my timer? Cool. Why?
CCP lash out. You don't really have to, you can just go for it. So, keep trying to sign up.
Oh, obviously. I just can't turn that.
It's about food and that.
Yeah.
This is the.
Okay, then I'm gonna fix this stuff. Okay, now let's talk about the stuff.
You have to Yeah, we should talk about this is because it's most responsive, and all it says is they're investing in it now, and they're trying to do like, they're basically just they're investing in it now. And to be like, that investment will fail. You know when it means that investment is successful, just that they're trying. You mark the card. This is the mark. It doesn't have any electricity, political support, cost, public sentiment. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Politics is set. Counterplan. Alloys. Yep. China. What's the stand? Ours. Okay, so I said TPA, counterplan, alloys, China, right? Okay. Everybody good? Whoops, the coup's messed up by kicking out of the TPA. Just had wrong. They conceded the argument that global economy was resilient. We did not make that argument. The argument Derek made is that investor confidence is collapsing. That would have been impact events that this had if coup had conceded it, but he did not. He simply said global economy is resilient, which is not an argument that was made in the debate, which means he cannot concede it, which means that even if you think he meant to kick out of the dissent the right way, he kicked out of it the wrong way. We straight turned the dissent by saying that it's not going to pass in the status quo because of things like Democrats, etc., but the plan is bipartisan. That's a Weissman evidence, and that's Weissman evidence and the money market evidence, which means that we have straight turned the dissent. That axis is the global economy, which can control the direction of Chinese lash out and control the direction of warming, because when there's a strong economy, we can cooperate with each other in the status quo. They also read several pieces of evidence that will lead to China-Russia war, which is an existential impact that there is no impact events to, which means that this is external, and if the other debate is money, you can just vote on this counterplan. Terminal defense doesn't matter. All of our cards specific about why.
They didn't go for the counterplan.
Yeah, I know, but they just had extended terminal defense. Yeah, okay. All of our internal link evidence about why China food pollution is bad and water pollution is bad, not about why air pollution is bad. So even if they say that air pollution is most important, doesn't matter. We don't have to get rid of that because the impact we're going for is about food pollution. Now, the analysis, we're not going to go for the C. They either concede that nickel doesn't do anything. It's not key to particle accelerators, and the turns fails now. The China advantage, China-Russia war. This is a conceded impact in the debate. No impact events extended or internal link events extended in the one, in the two, in our China-Russia war that will happen only when China annexes Russia's border because they are running out of food because of food pollution. This is something that he does not turn. He has not made a reason why it's not based on nationalism or based on any other internal link. Warming doesn't turn this either, because only in a world where there is a collapse of the food supply will China go into the Russia border region and then annex Russia. That will lead to lash out when Russia's like, China, get out of our country. They will lead to nuclear escalation. Now they say that China, we can see the defense
sense. I'm not going to go for CCP lash out or the resource war stuff, which means that there is only a scenario specific to China Russia where all of our cards are specific and they can't get the external impacts based on the things that they extend impact events to. Now the China disad, they have messed up. I'm going to extend one argument that takes out the entire disad. The China clean tech is never going to happen. That is the Mills evidence. Our evidence is much better than their evidence. All their evidence says that they're investing in the status quo. However, our evidence says multiple different things, which means that they will never be effective. First is that there's not political coherence for clean energy in the status quo because China's addicted to coal, which means that even if they're investing small amounts in the status quo, that will never be enough because it will always be turned over. Second is that the electricity grid means that clean tech in China is terminally unsustainable. This is not an answer, or there's no warranted answer in the 2NR to this, and this was extended explicitly in the 1AR. Even if they have clean tech, even if they invest all the money, even if they overcome all the political obstacles to doing it, it will always fail because the electricity grid simply isn't strong enough. There's no reason why China would implement a new electricity grid. Additionally, it also says that they will never switch away because they're so dependent on coal that they're only looking towards renewable energy as an addition to their coal sector, which means that pollution is inevitable because factories will still exist in a world of the disad. However, in the AF, pollution will stop because the manufacturing sector is the most important thing because the manufacturing sector is part of hotspot hubs of manufacturing, which are specifically release pollution into the water supply and into the food supply. This is something the disad cannot turn, and we have the most specific evidence that's in the 1AC. Now I'm going to answer the turns of case arguments. Can't answer their access to the economy because the economy is low now in China, which means that they're not going to be able to produce clean tech anyway because they have to have all that money that the coups have read a piece of evidence on that says that it's necessary to. Also, the global warming doesn't reduce resource wars, it'll lead to China war because global warming is something that will happen slowly and inevitably, but it's not something that will happen immediately. Now, China immediately, when their pollution reaches a certain point, will annex Russia. Global warming is something that will not lead to a lash out because China will know that Russia will also not have any food because the global warming will be happening to Russia too. They have no evidence to support the long rant about manufacturing collapse. Even if you think this is intuitive, our evidence does in fact say that the manufacturing hotspot hubs are the sole thing in China that are causing the pollution of the food and water supply, which means that you should only vote on the specificity of our arguments. Additionally, this evidence says that inputs have no capacity to. The only reason why they would not have the capacity to rebuild the manufacturing sector after it collapsed because they would not have the valuable metals to do so, which means that nickel is necessarily the only thing that's key. They have said that we collapse the entire manufacturing sector, which is irreplaceable in China because nickel is the thing that is necessary to their steel sector, which is the internal link, which means that there would be no rebuilding because they would not have nickel in the world where it collapsed. Anything else?
Nope.
Good debate.
Good debate.
Michael Koo, debate.